Yo, what's good everybody? So I'm gonna teach you guys how to make the most delicious, low carb, keto friendly cookie you've ever tasted. So enough talking, let's jump into it. For the ingredients, we're gonna need some eggs, we're gonna need some all natural almond butter, we're gonna need some baking soda, coconut oil, baking powder, some nonstick avocado oil, almond flour, and some good old chocolate chips. All right guys, so first up, we're gonna use 1 whole egg. Okay, so next up, we're gonna use some coconut oil. What I went ahead and did is I put it in the microwave and already melted it. We used a total of 14 grams of coconut oil. Okay, so next up is probably my favorite ingredient. This is gonna be almond butter stock. So essentially what the difference is from the almond butter stock is I get this from my local grocery store, and pretty much it's like a machine of like where you can put almonds and it crushes it all up and it makes natural peanut butter. I'm not a very big fan of like the peanut butter, the almond butter that you get in the jar, because they just put so many chemicals in there just to keep it like, you know, all oily and whatnot. Like, have you ever opened up like an almond butter or a peanut butter jar and there's just all this like oil sitting at the top? Like, that's just crap. So yes, if you can find a local grocery store, if you have a grocery store that you can get all natural almond butter, I definitely recommend you go with that. So that's what I'm using right here. I got this from HEB. This is almond butter stock. Next up, we're gonna use 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. What I'm using right here is stevia extract. You can use whatever you want, but this is what I prefer. So now that we got all our ingredients in the bowl, we're gonna mix it up. It's gonna take a little while to get this like where you want it. So take your time, don't get in a rush. Just keep mixing, and then it'll all form together. Moving on, so our next item is gonna be almond flour. This is the almond flour I got from HEB. This is the best macros that I found. It has 6 grams of carbs, but 3 grams of fiber. So technically only 3 grams of net carbs per serving. What we're gonna use is 112 grams of almond flour. Okay, so next up we have some erythritol. This is gonna really sweeten the cookie. So we're gonna use a total of 42 grams of erythritol. Next up we have a teaspoon of baking soda, and then we have a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And you can use a pinch of salt as well. Please feel free to use as much salt as you like. You guys know me, I love salt, and I especially love real salt, so I'm gonna put a lot. Okay, so our cookies are really coming together now. So next up, we're gonna use some chocolate chips. This company actually met at FitCon in Salt Lake, Utah. They're really cool owners, really cool people. They gave me a bag of their chocolate chips. These only have 1 gram of net carbs. Yes, you heard me correctly. 1 gram of net carbs, which is absolutely phenomenal. So that's why these macros for these cookies are gonna be so freaking awesome and so keto friendly. So we're gonna put a total of 35 grams of these chocolate chips, and then we're going to mix it up until it's just a really gooey ball. And I will say this, it does take a little bit of time to get it all mixed up. And once you start getting it like really gooey and sticky, that's when you get your hands in there and you start rolling it up as like a ball and start just, you know, almost like a meat patty, I would say, but you just mix it up, get your hands dirty, and then it's time to break them up into little bitty pieces and put them on the pan. So you have your choice of using whatever nonstick cooking spray you'd like to use. Me, I am not a big fan of Pam. I do not like canola oil. I do not like any of that junk, so that's why I went ahead and used avocado oil. Now I know a lot of you probably saying, yo, avocado oil, that's kind of weird to put on a cookie sheet paper. Hey, they still came out phenomenal. Then I got the dough and I made 12 individual cookie balls, and I start placing them on the pan, and then after that I'm gonna flatten them down, because you almost want them to, you know, obviously form into a cookie. So you flatten them down, you don't need to put too much pressure, and then once you do that, you're gonna want to preset your oven to 325 degrees, and these cookies are gonna cook anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. I like my cookies a little bit crispy, some of you like them a little bit chewy, so I went ahead and did it for a full 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, they're gonna come out like this. I mean, just look at those. Those look absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I guarantee if I gave these cookies to someone and I didn't tell them they were keto friendly, they would think they're regular cookies. I promise you, these almond butter cookies taste that good. So that was a very quick and easy recipe. Now it's time to enjoy them. All right, guys, now after letting them cool for about 10 to 15 minutes, this is how they look. Oh my gosh, these are gonna be the best tasting almond butter cookies you've ever tasted, and the macros are super friendly. So before we jump into the macros, let's just appreciate this cookie. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Don't be jealous, baby. Don't be jealous. If you do make this recipe, please come back to this video and let me know in the comments what you think. We're going in for the first bite. Oh my God. Oh, one moment. Wow. This is by far the best keto cookie I've ever tasted, that I've made, homemade, and the macros are phenomenal. So here are the macros. Boom. Yes, you're looking at that correctly. Those are the macros, super low carb and super keto friendly. If you guys did like this video, please let me know in the comments. If you want to see something else, please let me know in the comments. What do you want to see? We did a couple of recipe videos. I wanted to do like a dessert because I know a lot of people love desserts. And who doesn't love cookies? I mean, if you don't love cookies, please let me know in the comments and then I'll block you. And then, yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to block you. But yes, if you did like this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Please share this video on your Facebook. That's the best way for my channel to get discovered. And if you think someone would like these cookies, then obviously share it on your Facebook. So that's going to be it, guys. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.